The wedding is about to begin, but the bride is planning to run away. To avoid being caught, she decides to climb over the wall. Just then a handsome man appears behind her. She thinks he's a guard and asks him to help her escape, but he just wants to know why she's doing this. She thinks he's too nosy and doesn't want to explain, but then he suddenly reveals his identity.
I refuse when that lady in distress is trying to go over a wall so that she does not have to marry me. Hello, Charlotte. I'm George.
Hearing that, the girl feels awkward. After all, she was just talking bad about him, but the man doesn't mind her rudeness at all. Instead, he smiles and greets her kindly, and introduces himself as King George. When the girl realizes who he is, she tries to bow, but George gently grabs her hand and helps her up. His gesture completely catches her off guard, but George is already deeply drawn to her.
You are incomparable. No one told me you would be this beautiful. You may be too beautiful to marry me. People will talk, given I am a troll.
Your Majesty.
George.
The girl scoffs, thinking it's just his usual way of flirting. Just then her brother shows up. He's shocked to see the king standing there, and he worries his sister will ruin the marriage. In front of George, he tries to scold her, but George immediately steps in to defend her, and to show her respect, he gives her the choice to stay or leave. At that moment, the girl starts to feel something for the charming king. Before leaving, George says he'll be waiting for her at the wedding, then turns and walks away. The girl watches him go deep in thought. Her name is Charlotte, a princess from northern Germany. That day, she overheard a conversation. Her brother planned to marry her off for political gain. She was furious, but no matter how unwilling she was, she had no choice but to accept her fate and head to England. On the way, she was gloomy and silent. Her brother tried to comfort her, but Charlotte was too angry to talk, and she couldn't understand why the King of England would marry a princess from a remote village. She was sure there must be some hidden agenda, but her brother told her she was overthinking. The more Charlotte thought about it, the more uneasy she felt. She told her brother to turn the carriage around, but he warned her not to be reckless. If not for him, then at least for her country.
I know I should have taken a firmer hand with you when Mama and Papa died. I allowed you to read too much, and I indulged your every whim and frivolity, so I take full responsibility for the fact that you are now exceedingly headstrong and mistakenly think you can make decisions. You cannot. I am in charge. This is happening.
I do not see why you could not just—
Because they are the British Empire, and we are a tiny province in Germany. We had no choice. I had no choice.
Seeing how upset she was, her brother felt guilty. He held her hand and told her gently, as a princess, marriage would always be her duty, and she might never find a better match than the King of England. His words made Charlotte reluctantly accept the reality. But when they first met, the Queen Mother of England sized up Charlotte like a product, making her feel extremely uncomfortable. Her brother gave her a look telling her to endure it. The Queen Mother quickly noticed Charlotte's full hips, which meant she could bear many heirs for the king. Charlotte held back her anger and politely said she'd do her best. After a close inspection, the Queen Mother said she was satisfied and sent the maids to help Charlotte change. But behind her back, she complained to the ministers that Charlotte's skin was too dark, hinting that she wanted to call off the wedding. The ministers reminded her the wedding was only 6 hours away, and they had already signed the agreement, so the Queen Mother gave up on the idea. Meanwhile, Charlotte was changing into her gown. She didn't care about the Queen Mother's disrespect. She cared more about what kind of man her future husband was. But every time someone mentioned the king, they either stayed silent or changed the subject. Their reactions made Charlotte uneasy, so she decided to run away. She made an excuse to go to the bathroom, sent everyone out of the room, and tried to escape over the wall, only to be caught by her fiancé. At that moment, George was incredibly nervous. He wasn't sure if Charlotte would show up. Then the church doors opened, and Charlotte appeared in a stunning gown. Her arrival lit up George's entire face. With her brother by her side, she walked slowly toward George. Everyone at the venue was stunned by her beauty. Under the priest's witness, they were officially married. At the ball, they kept looking into each other's eyes, completely filled with love. After the wedding, George said he had a surprise for Charlotte, which made her full of anticipation. In the carriage, Charlotte couldn't hide her joy. She started imagining a happy married life, but reality quickly shattered her beautiful fantasy.